Hey, how's it going?
Good, man.
Nice to meet you. Come on in.
All right.
When I go to these really nice kitchens, they all have these simple knives. Like none of them look like the grocery store knives with all the grips and details. It's really uncomfortable if you rotate your hand around. The reason why most professional kitchens have knives like this is you can use it in many ways. So that was a starting point for the controller. We literally took a knife handle and we bent it. It's like, oh, like we're on to something.
Yeah. Okay.
So from there, that one ancestor basically had hundreds and hundreds of kids. I kept building on it patiently until it became that. And it's made for small and large hands, so it's super usable for large segment of gamers that aren't always appreciated.
Jason was very, very insistent that we have a non-visible screw design.
It's super important to give it that nice, clean look instead of punching a bunch of holes onto the back.
That was one of the biggest challenges for product design. We think it's really worth it. It makes it very comfortable in the hand and seamless and Googly.
Oh, wow. That was impressive. Good work.
We worked with thousands of people playing hours and hours of games to test our controller against all of its limits. It needs to feel right for as many people as possible. Putting people at the center of our design is integral to our process and our principles. Whether it's hardware or software, creating truly helpful products for people starts with empathy. One of our earliest projects we tackled within Hardware Team was designing a new kind of laptop that could deliver performance and versatility in a truly beautiful form. We wanted to physically embody the speed and simplicity that people love about Chrome OS. The result was the original Pixelbook. The response was great. People really loved the award-winning design, the keyboard, and the speed. So over the past couple of years, we've been working really hard to bring that kind of experience to even more people at a more affordable price. I actually believe that you can be more creative when designing within constraints. So once again, we started with our users' needs, especially portability and battery life. We wanted to create a thin and light laptop that was really fast and also have it last all day. And of course, we wanted it to look and feel beautiful. We landed on Pixelbook Go. The design is so distinctive with an incredibly light magnesium that lets us create a very smooth matte finish in great colors. Pixelbook Go comes in just black and not pink, one of the iconic colors we introduced on Pixel 3. And we created a new rippled, wavy bottom that's easy to grip. Pixelbook Go is lighter than Pixelbook, but we still managed to add a battery that is 15% larger, making it easier to keep working all day. We also spent a lot of time making sure the keyboard is comfortable and quiet. We took all of our learnings from the original Pixelbook and really refined the design. We ended up with keys that feel great to use and are even quieter than the original. And with Chrome OS, Pixelbook Go is always fast, secure, and all your devices stay in sync with each other. Everything about Pixelbook Go is designed to address real user needs for an affordable price. You can pre-order it now in just black, with not pink coming soon. Next up, my colleague Rishi Chandra will tell you about the work we've been doing to make life at home a little easier. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm excited to give an update on Google Nest and our mission to create the helpful home. So last month, we launched Nest Hub Max, which is a great example of the power of ambient computing. See your photos come to life with a screen that automatically adjusts to your lighting conditions. Pause your music and videos with a simple hand gesture. And it automatically adjusts the information it controls based on your proximity to the device. At Nest, we want to put people first and build technology around their needs. It's the difference between just being smart and being truly helpful. So while the rest of the industries focus on standalone devices, our focus is on building whole home solutions that bring together technology to provide real help for real homes. And the most important place to get this right is privacy. It's your home, the most personal private space in your life. So in May, we published a clear set of privacy commitments, which helps you understand how our technology works. Today, we want to share how these commitments extend beyond Google to our third-party ecosystem of partners. So we're announcing an update to our Works with Google Assistant program. We're working with partners to migrate their existing Works with Nest integrations that people know and love, but doing it built on a foundation of privacy and security. For example, we're requiring partners to pass a security review before they can even request access to your Nest devices. You should have confidence in how Google and its partners are protecting your home data. And then you can focus on instead the great benefits of the helpful home. For example, let's talk about home audio. It used to cost thousands of dollars in a professional installation if you wanted seamless audio throughout your home. Well, Google changed all that with the whole home audio solution that is simple, affordable, and sounds great. It started several years ago with the launch of Chromecast, making it easy to use your phone or your voice to play content on your favorite devices. And with Google Home Mini, home audio got even more affordable with a great sounding speaker with multi-room support. And with Nest Hub Max, you now have a home media control center right on your smart display. And it all works seamlessly together with Stream Transfer, where you can naturally move content around your home. So for example, I can start a playlist or watch a show on my Nest Hub Max in the kitchen. And when I'm done cooking, just say, "Hey Google, move this to the living room TV." And it'll pick up right where I left off. It's really easy. Now, for a lot of people, Google Home Mini was a perfect starter kit for your audio system. And today, we're introducing the next generation, Nest Mini. It's even more capable with the same affordable price point and the same iconic design. So let's start with the design. Colors really help Mini blend naturally into your home. And you now have a new color option called Sky. And as Ivy mentioned, all of our fabric is made from 100% recycled plastic bottles. Now, we also heard from you, you want a little more flexibility of where to place Mini. So we added a simple wall mount. It really looks great anywhere in your home. Now, the original Mini was designed to pack in great sound in a really small form. And with Nest Mini, you get even better quality sound. 2x stronger bass and even more clear and natural sound. And for those times when your home gets loud, like it does at mine, we added a third mic to hear you better in noisy environments. Nest Mini also got a really cool new superpower. There's a dedicated machine learning chip with up to 1 teraops of compute. So for the first time, core experiences of the Google Assistant can come from the data center and be moved instead to run locally on your device. Simply put, things are going to get a lot faster as it learns your family's most frequent commands. Finally, Nest Mini also powers an amazing home communication system. A home intercom, so you can talk room to room. A home alert system, telling you who's at the front door. A home phone, allowing you to call anyone in the world for free.
Simplemente se va a poder utilizar con el
I can even use my phone to call my Nest device.
Google Assistant, me lo están diciendo.
Great for those times I'm leaving work. I want to ask the family what they want for dinner. Now, lots of our users have multiple cameras, and we've heard from you that our Nest-aware pricing can get a little expensive and complicated. So today, we're announcing a new whole home pricing model. For one monthly rate, you get Nest-aware support across all your Nest devices in your home. So whether you have 2 cameras or you have 10 cameras, you pay the same monthly rate.
Estoy presentando cámaras.
And you can choose between 2 different pricing plans depending on your
Sense
needs.
Aware, que es unas cámaras como de vigilancia entre 6 y van a
The new
ser...
Nest Aware will be rolling out early next year, and it'll be easy to switch over your existing plan. Now, as part of the new Nest Aware subscription, we're also unlocking the power of speakers and displays to be part of your home awareness system. So devices like Nest Mini or Nest Hub can be your ears when you're on the road or on vacation. We use on-device AI, sound detection AI, to pick up critical sounds like barking dogs or smoke and carbon monoxide alarms, and we send an alert to your phone. So now in one go, even those basic smoke alarms become smart smoke alarms. And when you get an alert, you have the option to hear the alert or listen live to confirm
Y
the
lo vas a
alarm.
recibir en tu
Now, if it
celular
is an
mediante
emergency,
Google
the home
Assistant.
app can directly
¿Sabes?
connect you to the 911
Vas a
call
poder
center
además escuchar
closest to
y
you,
grabar
regardless of where
todo
in
lo
the
que
world you
sucede en
are.
tu casa.
So in those critical moments, the last
Si
thing
hay
you want to do is
momentos
scramble to find a
críticos,
local emergency dispatcher.
vas a poder llamar a los servicios de
Now, these
emergencia.
notifications will be part of the new home app, which actually includes a new feature called the Home Feed. It brings together all the notifications and snippets from your devices, organizes them, and highlights the important stuff. So you can quickly see priority items, or you get a general recap of the day. So that's the new Nest Aware. More affordable, with more features, and support for more devices. Okay, finally, let's talk about home connectivity. You can have the best home setup in the world, but it's nothing without great Wi-Fi coverage. That's why we launched Google Wi-Fi 3 years ago. And since launch, it has been the #1 selling mesh Wi-Fi system on the market.
Google Wi-Fi solamente en Estados Unidos y en Canadá. Es un router. La
And it's a
transmisión
router that
de...
actually gets better over time with automatic updates to add parental controls, improve performance, and enable Google's latest security features. Well, today we're also updating the hardware with Nest Wi-Fi. Now, the Nest Wi-Fi system is actually 2 devices. The router plugs into your modem and creates a powerful home network. The point expands your coverage. Now, working together, they create a single strong Wi-Fi connection throughout your entire home. And our updated hardware and software delivers up to 2x the speed and up to 25% better coverage. So now, the Nest Wi-Fi system only needs 1 router and 1 point to cover around 85% of homes in the US. Now, we're also solving a common problem you find with routers today. Most of them get hidden in a closet or cabinet because, truthfully, they're pretty ugly, which reduces their signal intention by 50%. Nest Wi-Fi is designed to be out in the open, where it performs at its best, with the range of colors that will naturally blend into your home. And of course, it's really simple to use. With the Google Home app, you can set up your Nest Wi-Fi network in minutes. And once you're set up, it's easy to share your Wi-Fi password, manage your network, set a schedule for the kids, or create a guest network. Nest Wi-Fi also provides the foundation for your smart home connectivity. We're working with a growing list of partners to enable seamless setup in the Home app. And with support for BLE and Thread, we can talk to smart home devices locally, so you don't have to buy a separate hub. Stay tuned for even more partner announcements over the next few months. Lastly, we added a Google
Están hablando
Assistant smart
sobre
speaker
el
to the Nest
Nest
Wi-Fi point,
Wi-Fi,
so it does
que es
everything
la
the Nest
nueva
Mini does.
adquisición que hizo Google hace
Plays
unos
your music with great
meses.
sound,
El servicio
provides
Nest
answers to your
con
questions, and
dispositivos
lets you control smart
Smart,
devices with just your voice.
Smart Wi-Fi,
So now you can broadcast a
y también
message
ha
to
hablado
your
sobre el
kids that
Pixel
it's time for
Buds
dinner.
y también sobre
And if
un
that doesn't work,
sistema
try saying,
de
"Hey Google,
bocinas
pause Wi-Fi for kids'
de
devices."
Google con
Pretty
el
sure that'll work.
Nest Mini.
So that's the new Nest Wi-Fi. Better coverage, smart home
Nest
support,
Wi-Fi,
and the
2
Google
packs
Assistant.
tendrán una
It'll
preorden
be
desde
available
hoy de
starting on November
$169
1st.
y 3 packs de
With new
$349,
affordable
ya
home
disponibles para
solutions
preordenar
for
el día de
audio,
hoy en
awareness,
Estados
and
Unidos y en
connectivity,
Canadá.
everyone now can start building their own helpful home. Thank you.
Right now in Mountain View, it's 68 and sunny. Today, it'll be
Y
sunny
aquí se
with a
presenta la
forecasted
bocina
high
de
of
Google
72
hablando.
and a low of...
Hey Google, volume 10. Hey John, can you come here for a sec?
So you use this room to test.
Right. So we use this type of setting to really stress the microphone.
Bocinas en todo
Right
el
now I'm
mundo.
talking to it this way, but sometimes our devices are higher and sometimes they're lower.
Se escucha alto, bajo.
Yeah, exactly. You know, because it's going to be in so many rooms, it's sort of a privilege to, you know, like, we got to get this right, you know. I come from a family of immigrants and they all have accents. And it's important for me to design products that, you know, my parents can use and that it works for everyone. At Google, like, everyone sort of has their slogan of like what their passion is. And on mine, it's actually be heard. It obviously goes into like the stuff that I work on, but also, you know, speaking up when things don't feel right. What this represents is an entire Google team's voice of, we got here because we worked together.
You know what's kind of cool about that is when multiple voices come together to express sound in a coherent and beautiful way.
Yeah,
We call that harmony.
there you go. Harmony. With Wi-Fi.
Esta persona es Sabrina Ellis.
Hi, I'm Sabrina from the Pixel team. Now let's talk about how Google's ambient computing vision comes to life when you're on the go. Pixel 4 introduces entirely new
Ahora se va a hablar sobre los
natural
píxeles,
interactions.
por lo menos sobre
It's
sus
completely
características
redesigned
externas.
with a new look, a new
Ya se
color,
puede ver ya
and
lo
a
que se
beautiful
había visto,
new
los colores
finish.
de los nuevos
And
píxeles
Pixel
con
4
un
includes
negro, color
camera features
naranja,
and
color
sensors
blanco.
that you're not going to find on any other phone. Let's start there.
Este es el Pixel
5 years
4,
ago, our advanced technologies team began
Project
Project
Sol.
Soli to investigate radar capabilities. Radar's been around for a long time, and it's still one of the best ways to sense motion. It's precise, low power, and it's fast. There were lots of exciting possibilities.
Sensores de
But
movimiento.
here's what our first sensor looked like when we started
Está
working
aplicando
on
el proyecto
Soli.
sobre el Motion Sense
Radar sensors have always been
que
way
tiene
too big to fit in a phone.
ahora en su nuevo
So we shrunk
Pixel,
it
que es
down
una de las
into a
características
tiny chip.
que había
But
dicho
that
que
still wasn't small enough. So we had to shrink it down even more.
que se iba a
Pixel 4
presentar.
is the first smartphone with a radar sensor. It powers the new motion sense capabilities for more human interactions with your phone. For instance, Pixel 4 has the fastest secure face unlock on a smartphone because the process starts before you've even picked up your phone. Motion Sense prepares the camera when you reach for your Pixel 4, so you don't need to tap the screen. It's so much faster and smoother. Motion Sense can power down your phone when you walk away and turn it back on when you approach your phone.
Bien
It also
alargado,
lets you control your Pixel with simple gestures. Swipe to skip a song,
Están hablando sobre
silence a call,
sobre las características que tiene para poder simplemente con una mano
wave hello to Pikachu.
contestar una llamada, cortar la llamada y todo
And the Soli team is working on a wide range
por
of
medio
helpful new
del
features,
movimiento.
from gaming to personal wellness. Here's a quick look.
It's a very famous saying that any advanced technology becomes indistinguishable from
Es el
magic.
proyecto Soli, que fue el
One
proyecto
thing
con
we
el que
talked
se
about with Soli is
presentó
the magical sensor.
el sistema de movimiento de lo que va a incorporar a Google, el proyecto Soli y el Motion Sense, que es lo que ahora va a contar Google Pixel.
It's extremely sensitive for motion.
So we build this new interaction paradigm based on the understanding of body language, distances, and gestures.
How can we make the language of interaction technology closer to what we do naturally in the real world?
Then, of course, we really need to test to distinguish between intentional and unintentional gestures. Just because
Interesante
the way of
característica que
talking
está
to
presentando ahora,
the
no sé,
movement of a
pues
song. If I
es
pick up the
Motion
photograph, this
Sense,
gesture is
que
very
ya se
similar to a
había
swipe. And this is really important. And I can do this, and it actually works.
claro, están explicando que a pesar de que haya movimiento externo, igual no solamente va a ser que en cualquier movimiento va a generar ese cambio de,
As you reach, we can lower the volume. The
sino
phone is more
va a
polite,
ser
and then you can just do a gesture to shut it off. This moment of understanding each other happen all the time between us, but they never happen with technology. What we can do with radar is to actually capture aspects of non-verbal
Se
communication.
el tipo,
And as a first
está
step
explicando el tipo de
to
sensores que
support
tiene
motion sense is to get as
para
close
poder
as
lograr
possible
ese
to the
motion
emptiness of
sense.
verbal interaction.
Since the Soli sensor can detect the environment around Pixel 4, privacy had to be built in from the start. You can turn motion sense on or off at any time, and when it's on, all of the sensor's data is processed right on your Pixel. It's never saved
Una de las
or
funciones
shared
importantes
with
de
other
este
Google services.
Pixel 4 justamente es el
And
motion
motion sense isn't
sense.
the only way we're making your phone interactions faster and more natural.
Dice que es la
The
única
Google
forma de hacerlo
Assistant
mucho
is
más
now
rápido y
deeply
poder usar
integrated
todos
into
estos
Pixel
servicios
4's
sin
OS
necesidad de tocar el
and
sistema.
across your apps. You can quickly open apps, search
Puedes
across your
abrir app,
phone, share what's on your
hablar con
screen,
el
and a lot
dispositivo.
more. The Assistant can simplify multitasking too, with a clean, new interface. Check this
Una
out. Just give
nueva y
Pixel 4
renovada
a quick squeeze.
interfase.
Show me Maggie Rogers on
Tiene
Twitter.
además
What are her concert dates?
es el push sensor que
Share this
que
with
presionabas a los costados y podías acceder a los servicios de Google.
Reply, let's go see her.
Me están haciendo una prueba en vivo de lo que puede hacer el Google Assistant.
Search for Maggie Rogers events. A key way we're making the
Se
Assistant
puede
this
integrar
fast
completamente con
is with
el
an
sistema
on-device
de
version of our language models that run in our
los
data center.
navegadores y
So
hacer
they can run
búsquedas,
locally
hacer,
right on your
solicitar
Pixel 4.
algún servicio,
This
hacer
means
una
the new
búsqueda en
Assistant uses a
específico.
hybrid model. It can respond to many day-to-day requests on device, like starting a timer, while connecting for requests like, is my flight on time? You also have new ways to manage your data.
Puedes hacer todo,
Choose a
manejar
time limit
cada
for
una
how
de las
long you
cosas
want
que
your activity
vayas a
data
hacer.
to be saved in your
Y además
Google
puedes
account.
hacer
Just tell the Assistant to delete
manejar el tema
everything
de
you sent
la
it
actividad,
today
tu
or
información de
yesterday,
actividad.
and it will.
Si quieres hacer
You're
el
in
borrado
control.
con tu voz,
And you can get more details by asking, hey Google, how do you keep my data safe?
le puedes preguntar a Google
Taking the same care to
cómo
protect your
mantener mi
on-device data.
información
With
segura
Titan M
y,
and other security features,
y te va a
last year's Pixel 3 scored the
Titan
highest
M.
for built-in security for a smartphone, according
Titan
to Gartner.
M dice, es un
We
sistema de
built Titan
seguridad
M into
la
Pixel
más
4 as well
alta.
to protect your most sensitive on-device data, like your passwords, your OS data, and now your Face Unlock model. Your phone has
Face
some of your
Unlock
most
también.
personal, private information, and we have a
Se
responsibility
están
to
centrando
keep it
bastante en
safe
el tema de la
and secure.
privacidad. Titan
Now,
M.
how many of you have tried a voice recorder app? I know I've tried a few, thinking I'll be able to get organized.
Hay muchas
Recording notes
apps,
to
dicen
myself, interesting
cuántas
lectures,
aplicaciones
important
te,
events.
te hacen
But then
un
I end
grabado de
up
tu
with
voz.
a bunch of untitled audio clips that I
Y
really
es un
don't know what to do with. So we created a new kind of audio recorder that taps into our speech recognition and AI. Let's see it in action. We've had a Pixel 4 recording the show for the past few minutes. As you can see, with one tap, I can get Recorder transcribing my words in real time as I'm saying them. Now, to show this is live, it is now 10:44. And it's pretty accurate. This means you can transcribe meetings, lectures, interviews, or anything you want to save. Eric Backstage is going to save this recording. And now I can go into the search bar and find whatever I'm looking for. I can search for sounds, words, phrases. Let's see all the times I've mentioned Pixel across my entire library of recordings. The places where the word Pixel are said are highlighted in yellow in the playback bar, so you can dive into the exact part of the recording you're looking for. It's pretty cool. And you'll notice this phone is actually in airplane mode. All this recorder functionality happened on device. Now, I want to take a minute to talk about Pixel 4's OLED display. DisplayMate has awarded Pixel 4 XL their highest score, an A+ rating, together with a Best Smartphone Display Award. In 5 key areas like color accuracy and image contrast, DisplayMate classified Pixel 4 XL's display as visually indistinguishable from perfect. Pixel 4 is also our first smartphone with a 90 Hz refresh rate. And we've added some smarts. The refresh rate adjusts on its own depending on what you are doing. So you get a great visual experience while still preserving battery life. Pixel 4 brings together so many helpful new technologies and capabilities. And you'll get the best Android experience with Android 10, and you're the first in line to get the latest OS updates and features. We also want to make sure you get the best experience out of the box. So Pixel 4 comes with 3 months of Google One for new eligible members. You'll get lots of premium features, including Pro Sessions, for one-on-one virtual help. So if you have a question about your settings or want a few tips for the camera, we're there for you. The new Pixel comes in 3 colors: just black, clearly white, and a limited edition called Oh So Orange. It also comes in 2 sizes, both with the same features and both available for pre-order starting today. Shipping starts on October 24th. And we're excited that people will be able to find Pixel in even more places. We're expanding our carrier partnerships. So Pixel 4 is now available through every major US carrier. Now, we didn't forget about the camera. For the past 3 years, Pixel set the standard for smartphone cameras with incredible capabilities like HDR+, Super Res Zoom, Top Shot, and of course, Night Sight. With Pixel 4, we're raising that bar yet again. And it all starts with this little square, basically a miniaturized camera rig right on the back of your phone. You can see the rear wide and telephoto cameras, a hyperspectral sensor, a mic for your videos and Instagram stories, and a flash that we hope you'll use mostly as a flashlight. But it's there just in case. But the hardware isn't what makes our camera so much better. The special sauce that makes our Pixel camera unique is our computational photography. And who better to talk about it than Professor Mark Lavoie from Google Research.
Thanks, Sabrina. It's great to be here. There's a saying among photographers that what's important to taking a great picture is, in order, subject, lighting, lens, and the camera body. It's their way of saying that it doesn't matter which SLR body you use unless you get the first 3 elements right. Well, here's a slightly different take on this list: subject, lighting, lens, software. So, by software I mean computational photography. So what does that mean? It means doing less with hardwired circuitry and more with code. I like to call it a software-defined camera. It typically means capturing and combining multiple pictures to make a single, better picture. One version of this is HDR+, the technology we've used for taking photos on every Pixel phone. When you tap the shutter button, we capture a burst of up to 9 pictures in the shadows. This lets us brighten the shadows, giving you detail in both the highlights and the shadows. In fact, there's a simple formula. Noise goes down as the square root of the number of images you average together. So if you use 9 images, you get 1/3 as much noise. This isn't mad science, it's just simple physics. By the way, on the left is our raw output if you enable that in the app. There's something else about this list. It says the lens is important, without quibbling about the order on the list. Some subjects are farther away than you'd like, so it does help telephoto shots to have a telephoto lens. So Pixel 4 has a roughly 2x telephoto lens plus our super res zoom technology. In other words, a hybrid of optical and digital zoom, which we use on both the main and telephoto lenses, so you get sharp imagery throughout the zoom range. Here's an example. You probably think this is a 1x photo. It's not. It's a zoom taken from way back here. By the way, super res zoom is real multi-frame super resolution, meaning that pinch zooming before you take the shot gives you a sharper photo than cropping afterwards. So don't crop like this. Compose the shot you want by pinch zooming. Also, by the way, most popular SLR lenses do magnify scenes, not shrink them. So while wide angle can be fun, we think telephoto is more important. So what new computational photography features are we launching with Pixel 4? 4 of them. First, Live HDR+. Everyone here is familiar with HDR+'s signature look and its ability to capture extreme brights and darks in a way that looks crisp and natural. But even phones with good HDR solutions can't compute them in real time, so the viewfinder often looks different from the final image. In this example, the window is blown out on the viewfinder, which might tempt you into fiddling with the exposure. This year, we're using machine learning to approximate HDR+ in the viewfinder, so you get our signature look while you compose your shot. We call this feature Live HDR+. So the industry's most successful HDR solution is now real-time and WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. Now, if we have an intrinsically HDR camera, we should have HDR controls for it. So Pixel 4 has dual exposure controls. Here's an example. This is a nice HDR+ shot, but maybe you would like to try it as a silhouette. So you tap on the screen and lower the brightness slider a bit. That mainly changes the capture exposure. Then you lower the shadows slider a lot. That mainly changes the tone mapping. And voila, you get a different artistic vision. Try doing that with any other cell phone. So, separate sliders for brightness and shadows while you compose your shot. It's a different way of thinking about controlling exposure in a camera. Second, white balancing in photography is a hard problem. Mathematicians call it an ill-posed problem. Is this snow blue the way this SLR originally captured it? Or is it white snow illuminated by a blue sky? We know that snow is white. With enough training, so can the camera. We've been using learning-based white balancing in night sight since Pixel 3. In Pixel 4, we're using it in all photo modes. So you get truer colors, especially in tricky lighting. Here's a tough case, an ice cave. It's blue light, but not a blue person. And here's what it looks like with Pixel 4's white balancing. Third, we've continued to improve portrait mode. With our dual pixel or split pixel technology, we've always been good at portraits and at macro shots. This year, we're computing depth, again using machine learning, from both dual pixels and dual cameras, which gives us accurate depth farther from the camera. This extends portrait mode to large objects and stand further back portraits. We also have a luscious new SLR-like bokeh. That's the shape of the blur. Look at the lights on either side of her head. We're doing better on hair and dog fur, which are hard. And of course, we still do great selfie portraits. Fourth and last, we have continued to improve night sight in many ways and extended it to a use case that has always been sort of a holy grail for me. you could have taken this dusk shot using Pixel 3 last year. Using Pixel 4, you can take this nighttime picture from the same viewpoint. In the year since we launched it, Night Sight has been called everything from fake to sorcery. Well, it's neither. Think back to the mathematics that I explained at the beginning. Astrophotography is about taking longer exposures and more of them, up to 16 seconds times 15 exposures. That's 4 minutes, but it's a single shutter press and it's fully automatic. By the way, you can't do this with a single long exposure. In 4 minutes, the stars do move and trees wave in the wind. So you need robust alignment and merging of multiple pictures. And for a 4-minute exposure, we do recommend a tripod, or you can prop your phone on a rock. Is there machine learning? Yes. We use it for white balancing, as I mentioned. We also use semantic segmentation in all our photo modes, and have for years, to brighten faces in HDR+, a feature we call synthetic fill flash, to separate foregrounds from backgrounds in portrait shots, and to darken and denoise skies in Night Sight. Is there computational photography? There's lots of that too. Digital sensors are prone to hot pixels that are stuck at red, green, or blue. The longer the exposure, the more hot pixels. Our exposures are pretty long, so we need some clever algorithms to remove those hot pixels. By the way, that's our astrophotography field testing team. And yes, they sat still for a long time for this shot. So where does this game stop? What can't we capture using Pixel 4? Well, we can capture the moon, which by the way required some fiddling with those dual exposure controls I told you about. And we can capture a moonlit landscape. This is not daytime, it's the middle of the night, and the landscape is illuminated only by the moon. See the stars? But what we can't do, including on Pixel 4 today, is capture both at once in the same picture. The problem here is that the moon is blown out and the Marin headlands at the bottom are just a silhouette. The dynamic range, the difference in brightness between a full moon and a moonlit landscape is 19 f-stops. That's 19 doublings, about 500,000 times brighter, way beyond the range of any consumer camera, even an SLR. So, is this scene forever impossible with a cell phone? Remember what I said at the beginning about software-defined camera? Pixel is committed to making its cameras better with software updates. So, stay tuned on this one. To sum up, 4 new computational photography features. Live HDR+ with dual exposure controls, learning-based white balancing, wider range portrait mode with an SLR bokeh, and Night Sight with astrophotography. Oh, and remember, you can use Night Sight for many things besides stars. Many things. So go out there and be creative with Pixel 4. Now, we gave her a Pixel, and she's taken it all over the country to build a new collection of portraits. She also gives us suggestions and candid feedback, which we've taken to heart in the tuning of the Pixel 4 camera. So please welcome my friend Annie Leibovitz, along with our own Lily Lin.
Thank you, Mark. Hi, Annie. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Mark. This is an extraordinary opportunity that Google gave me, and I've always been interested in the camera phone.